You're listening to the Her 360 podcast, created for boss moms and wives committed to slaying their family and professional goals. You could say this show is the intersection of being a really good boss, a really good mom, and a really good wife, and doing them all on your own terms. Together, we'll have unfiltered conversations with moms from across the world about what it really takes to have the life you dream about. Kay has designed this show to be a safe place for honesty, vulnerability, and empowerment to support one another as we boldly go after life's dreams, tear down old ideologies that keep us hostage, and as we pursue our own modern definitions of success. If you're an ambitious mom looking for a community that supports you while you continue to evolve into the woman that you and everyone else loves, then stick around because you're already amongst a good group of girlfriends. Now, let's jump into today's episode.
Hey, friends. Welcome to another episode of Her 360. It's been a while. So today I am back behind the mic, and it feels really good because it's been months since I've been able to talk to you. And I've had so much going on in the past few months that doing anything extra outside of trying to keep the kids alive and trying to service the clients that I currently had just felt like a lot. So I decided to back off of content creation from a business perspective for a little while because I needed some time here at the house with the family just to get things back together. But I feel like we have turned a corner and we have found our rhythm and we are back in a place that provides some type of consistency. So I am excited to be back in front of the microphone, creating new content for you guys where we can talk business, we can talk balance, maybe do some interviews with some other moms that are killing it. And we can just really create this space where we can start to thrive again. So yeah, we're back and we're excited. So before I release the new episodes, today is going to be kind of fun because you're going to have two things that you can kind of binge listen to today. In this episode, I just kind of want to talk to you about where we are as far as the podcast is concerned, what you can expect, what my plans are going forward as your marketing coach. And kind of set the tone for what to expect here on the show. In the past, the show, we've had some really great interviews. I still have interviews that I need to release, so we'll probably be doing some throwbacks here once a week. But in the past, we've done some really amazing interviews with some moms that are really killing the game and really teaching us how to create that balance, right? That the show is here for. But what I really want to make sure that we do as well is to teach you not to forget the good boss part of this. Excuse me. You know, for years now, since 2013, so 8 years now, I've been running an internet-based business. And there are so many things that I've learned along the way, so many things that I've experienced, so many errors that I've learned along the way. And I really want this to be a platform where I can share those things to kind of offer some insight into what has worked for me, to give you insight on what you can try where you are right now so that you can get to the goals that you're trying to accomplish. You know, it's really hard to be on a business journey by yourself. And I know the power of coaching. Even though I'm not in a position where I can have a whole lot of one-on-one clients right now, I know what the power of coaching and development can do for a person when you're really in need. And I look at some of my clients now and I'm like, God, that girl is killing it. And it's all because I know that they took the time to invest in themselves, invest in development. And I really want this podcast to be a place of development for you as much as it is a place of community and finding the support that you need. So here on the show, you're going to hear me talk a lot about business development. We'll have some shows that are strictly dedicated to just developing your business and strategies and how to hire teams and how to get the help that you need in your business, financing, all that good stuff. We'll bring in all types of resources for you, accounting, all that good stuff. But it's also going to be a place where we come and we talk about like content creation, because I am a content creator. I use my personal brand to support both my blogging business and my marketing business. So I'm going to share with you how I do that, teach you different ways to make money, because guys, I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a little while since I've been able to take on one-on-one clients from a marketing agency perspective, just because everything that's going on, but it's the other sources of income that have surpassed even what I was doing with the agency that have helped me to be able to accomplish goals, stay afloat. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm really loving this life. So I don't know what the marketing agency looks like going forward, but it's because I was open to new and innovative ideas and using my personal brand and the influence that I have, that I've created online using social media and marketing using social media, selling using social media, that has afforded me the opportunities to do so. So I want to be able to share that insight with you as well. In addition to that, we'll have complimentary courses that will come out, because, it's one thing to listen to a 30-minute podcast, but it's a completely different thing where you can really sit down and get the practical skills that you need to apply what you've heard. A part of being a coach and an educator is always making sure that you have resources, and those resources, while I cannot be there for you one-on-one right now, I can absolutely put it in a place where you can watch videos, put you in an environment where you can ask questions, show up with a group of you all, maybe a couple of times out of the month, and answer the questions that you may have so that you can move your business forward. So you'll hear a lot of advertising here on the platform for the coaching programs that we're creating via courses. I'll ask you what you need help with. There'll be surveys and stuff that come out. And if you're listening, I try to ensure that I leave all of those links in the show notes so that it's easy for you to find. So anything that we talk about here, be sure you're paying attention to the show notes, because these platforms have made it so easy for us to be able to link out to the things that you're going to need in order to support you. And that information will always be in the show notes. I know Apple Podcast is really good about having a link available in the actual episode that takes you directly to the actual episode on our website, where you can find all of the information that you need. So I will do everything in my power to ensure that all of that information is included in the show notes over on the website so that you can find it. But I'm really excited. You will probably get a lot of content here because it's really easy for me to throw on my headphones. My microphone is set up at my desk. This is kind of my focus right now, is the podcast and creating digital content for you to consume. So I have a lot of time to dedicate to it. So where we were getting an episode a week an episode a week the last time we were live, you may get a couple of episodes, because there's 3 things that this podcast I've set out for it to do, is to help you be a really good wife, mom, and boss, and do them all at the same time. So we need moments to talk about all 3 of those areas individually. And I think to try to to put all of that into a single episode is extremely hard. So there'll be moments where we talk about how to be the best partner that you can be for your spouse. And that'll be dedicated episodes. There'll be times where we can talk about how to be the best mom, how to be the best you. And then there'll be times where we talk about how to be the best boss. And all of those things need different episodes so we can really spend time and dig in, which will mean that weekly you'll have more than one episode to help you in all 3 of those areas, instead of what I was doing in the past and trying to consume those all in one spot. Now, I'll be honest, I don't have a schedule on what that looks like yet, but it will all be during the week, because on the weekends, I want you to enjoy time with your families. But yeah, that's where we are. That's my plans for the show. I'm super excited to be back in front of this microphone. It's been so long. But this, even now, just giving you an update on what you can expect, feels really, really good. So I'm excited about it. If you would, I would really love for you to connect with me on Instagram. That is the place where I'm able to create most of my community. So if you are listening to this episode and you have questions or you just want to connect, be sure to do so on Instagram. And guys, follow along in my stories. I know I've said this before, but my stories are the place where I really like to connect with you all. It's where you can get a better understanding of who I am and the stance that I have on some things. Yes, I share sponsored content there, but the content that sponsors me is content or the products that sponsor me are products that I actually use and I actually like. So of course that's a way for you to connect as well. But I really want you to be in my stories because I'll do surveys and polls and participate in those things. Because that's the way I get to learn who you are and what you need. And I do really try to answer all of the direct messages that I get so that we can really form a community. I'm working on the community piece of this to determine whether or not I actually want a Facebook group. I can be honest with you, there is a group there for the show, but I'm not the best host. So I'm not a good Facebook grouper. So while I know that those groups and communities do really, really well, I also know that you have to have good community management in place. So that may come as like a phase 2 or phase 3 of the show once the courses are in place and the show is supported by the income from the courses. I'll be able to hire like a community manager to help me be a better community manager, because I'll be honest, I'm just not good at participating in those type of environments, but I know how resourceful they can be. So for right now, the best place to connect and go deeper in conversation and really get a feel for who I am and who my family is and what we stand for and stuff like that is on Instagram. And it's going to be in our stories, because that's the place where I really get honest and transparent. And that's where you get to see the real me. My Instagram feed is my highlight reel. It's the best parts of our lives. And I document it in that way so that I can go back and look and see how God is blessing us through those moments. Because sometimes, and this is what I was telling some folks over on YouTube, sometimes you just need a pick you up. You need a reminder of what's going on good in your life, so that when you're struggling and you're having moments, those moments don't overwhelm you, and you can have a place where you can go back and look and see what's good about where you are. And that's how my Instagram profile serves me. That's how my YouTube channel serves me. So in our stories, though, we have conversations that are real, that are candid, that are laid back, that are not the highlight reel. It's not me made up and dressed up and stuff like that. It's just us. And that's where I really want to connect with you. So that's it for this episode. I don't want to keep it too long. That's what you can expect. So just to recap, check the show notes, connect on Instagram, expect 2 or 3 episodes a week. Expect to get your business life together. Expect to have tools and resources from other people and helping us be the best wife, best mom we can be. We're going to talk about all this lady stuff. I'm going to find doctors and just professionals and stuff that we can talk to help us get the stuff that we need. But we're also going to talk about business as well. So that's it. I'm excited, y'all. Are y'all excited to be back? Woo! All right. That's it for this episode. Be sure, if you haven't already, give the podcast some reviews. I haven't really been the best person about soliciting reviews, but please do review the shows. That's how other people find us and listen to our conversations. And it helps me find guests that want to come and be a part of the conversation as well. That's it for now. You got some binging to do, because in the next episode, after this one, I'm going to be sharing with you how I've been making money, how business structure has changed, and give you a few ideas on how you can diversify, if indeed that's what you're interested in using your personal brand to bring more revenue into your business, so that, you know, if you're in a place like I am, where we got Summer at home, my toddler, I tried to send her to daycare. She got sick more than she was there. So I decided to bring her home. So I got a whole 3-year-old at home with me, and all the rest of the kids are at school. So there's no support until the big kids get home from school, and that's late in the evening. So, you know, you got to do things a little differently. So if that's where you are and that's your desire, then I highly recommend you listen to the next episode, because we're going to be talking about how I had to switch gears in order to, because y'all know I like my money, because I like my habits, in order to maintain my habits and maintain our lifestyle, and how we've been able to use these new methods of making money to surpass the revenue that I was even making as a service provider, to be able to pay off debt. We don't have any debt. The only debt that we have are the houses that we own and a couple of student loans, and we're in process of working on getting those paid off as well. But to pay off debt, put us in a position where we can go and purchase a big real estate purchase. And now we're thinking about other ways that we can go and make more money too. So that's in the next episode. Thanks so much for always being supportive and always listening. I'm excited to be back in front of the microphone, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now, friend.
If you loved this episode, Kay wants to know. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and leave us a 5-star review telling us what you loved and what your takeaways were. By leaving your review, it helps us to continue to provide awesome content and book guests that you love and want to hear from. And as a token of our appreciation for your review, we want to send you a gift. Kay's compiled a list of her favorite resources that help keep her balanced, focused, energized, and sane, and she wants to send it to you. To get a copy of Kay's favorite things, leave us a review, take a screenshot of it, and email it to podcast@kaewhitaker.com, and we'll send it right over. It's that simple. Until the next episode, be sure to connect with Kay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter @kaewhitaker. This conversation has been great, and we can't wait to see you on the next episode.